the veranda, is they're like these waterfront townhomes. I actually just did a video showing for a client in Florida. And they're right there, kind of off of Enterprise, kind of across the street from Marina Village. So they're on the Clear Lake side, not kind of the South Shore Harbor Marina side. And they're beautiful, basically 2-story townhomes, but they're a story up. But they also have elevator shafts, and some of them have elevators if you want that. The one buyer that I'm working with in Florida definitely wants an elevator. So they have developed in one area, and they're about to start a whole second area right there off Enterprise. So that's some more waterfront townhomes that are coming to League City. I'm trying to think what else is in League City. I've got some Hitchcock stuff.
I'm working because I'm going to work my way down back towards. Back towards like Kemah area next to Galveston.
Yeah,
so,
do it.
Well, it's not necessarily on the water, but man, Kemah is got a couple things happening. They got the Lavano coming in. It's a 2 to 3 bedroom apartments, carriage homes, I guess, clubhouse, coffee bar, resort style pool. All that's coming in over there off of 96, or actually that's off 518.
Okay,
which is just off of Marina Bay Drive.
Yeah, there's a lot of development coming.
Neighborhood coming in over there off 96 on the corner. That's something coming in for them. And this is all very still communities and neighborhoods that are connected to the water, if not necessarily actually on the water. This Seabrook, town center development.
Yeah,
and I think I don't know if we touched base on that or not, but they got a bunch of stuff coming in over here right down the street from the shop. That's a little off the water, but still in Seabrook. And then you were talking about something in Hitchcock. Yeah, so I see. The Flamingo Isles Harbor Walk. Obviously, people forget about that.
Oh yeah, good old Harbor Walk. Yeah,
and I mean that used to be the old Flamingo Isles. That's a really fascinating place. It looks like here's something about Gulf Breeze.
Oh, okay.
Trails in on Highland Bayou. So a couple of things in Hitchcock, water related. It looks like. Man, there is a lot happening. And then, of course, we can't forget about beautiful Texas City, the Lagoon. Our friends over there. We've had the opportunity to do an episode out at the Lagoon, and I think they've had a really good summer. They've done a lot of expansion over there, and Uri Man's still running that operation. Good friend of the show, and that's just a literally like the Caribbean right here in Houston.
Man,
I mean, 10 minutes from here.
If you're looking for a home built in the last year and a half, Lago Mar, man. I mean, right now there's such a shortage all over this area of homes, but Lago Mar, because they've been building. They got
big plans,
man. They have so many homes available right now. Actually, we've been working with a couple buyers and showing them homes, both there and across 45, kind of near Mall of the Mainland too. There's new homes there, but not as exciting. Doesn't without the lagoon and all that. But really Lago Mar.
That was the neighborhood prior to Lago Mar.
Yeah,
I feel like that was like the neighborhood to be in. But
no, it's all development's going south, man. This area, League City's grown out. Obviously, there's nowhere. Other than the reserve in Clear Lake City, there's no room to build in Clear Lake City.
Not in Clear Lake.
There's no room to build in Seabrook hardly.
They put in the Linux apartments at Middlebrook. I just read that just got bought out.
Oh, okay,
that was built a year ago. That's already been acquired.
Oh, wow.
A lot of these strip centers, the apartments, some of these condos are being bought out right now. A lot of things are getting, a lot of movers and shakers.
Oh, is that the apartments right next to the old the big IBM building? Yeah,
but the Boeing building.
Yeah. That's the Boeing building.
That's already been reacquired.
Wow.
It literally, I don't even know if they have all the units leased.
Wow.
It's already been bought out.
Wow.
So there's just a lot of people see the growth. They see the potential. They see people coming down. They see the industry. They see the developers coming in. And sometimes it's they get a little bit ahead of themselves. But what they do is they don't know the future. They just know that 5 other developers are going to try. So why would we not? If they're going to build all this stuff and they got all these plans and all this data, let's get on board too. So sometimes there's this domino effect. We are for sure in a domino effect.
Well,
where big money's coming in.
Yeah, and the one point of difference to the apartments you're talking about there next to the old IBM/Boeing building right there, Bay Area Boulevard, Middlebrook, right next to the University of Houston Clear Lake campus.
Yeah.
Is that some of those apartments go at least 3 bedrooms? Most apartments 2 bedrooms. So, but I've been working. Matter of fact, I was working with a family just moved from Canada with a chemical company, and they're staying there. Had another guy that transferred with actually another chemical company, was living there for a while. Actually, got him a house in the reserve, but it's 3-bedroom apartments or 3 or 4-bedroom apartments for a family. I mean, because it's really hard to find, apartments that have more than 2 bedrooms, and that are, and are nice and new. And so that apartment complex fits the bill. I've actually, known a couple people that have stayed there while they were, that relocated to the area. I mean, they hadn't had a chance to even look at houses yet, so they, lease for. The other thing is you can lease for, an apartment complex. You can usually, do a shorter lease. You're not committed to doing a full year, because a lot of people, but you can do it on site. You don't have to, most of the times if you're going to lease a home, you want to visit the home and stuff. So anyway, my point being is that, that apartment complex, I'm very familiar with, and I'm not surprised that they're, that they. I'm surprised they changed hands, but I'm not surprised that they've been successful, and the fact they changed hands probably shows that they have been successful. So that's cool. Yeah. I thought, it's funny, when that was first built, I figured it would be a little bit more geared towards the university, right? Because the U of H Clear Lake recently did downward expansion. They always
whole new school,
right?
Bro.
Right.
Like,
I mean,
wow.
they were for many years they were juniors, seniors, and graduate students. No freshmen, sophomores, and they downward expanded to add freshmen and sophomores, and of course they've built this. All these new they've basically, I'd say they quadrupled the size.
It's a whole new campus.
Yeah, the campus is massive now.
It's completely different. They have an awesome gym, like all the schools.
I love that gym. Yeah.
I haven't seen the inside, but it looks.
My son was on a basketball team, I-9 Sports.
Okay.
And they played there every Saturday. So I got to know that gym really well. And it was,
okay.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I was like, damn, I want to get membership here. Do I have
Dude,
to enroll?
it looked phenomenal. You can, it looks.
No, it was a
looks
great
like
gym.
the one in League City for the South Shore gym.
The fitness center. Man, I love the South Shore Harbor Fitness Center. Although I've heard they got rid of the racquetball courts. That's a problem, man.
Yeah.
That's a problem. But I before I went away to college, for a couple years in high school, I had a membership there. Loved it.
So one other thing I want to talk about that is a little bit further south.
That's okay. We're working our way south.
Yeah, we're working our way south. So Bolivar, me and John actually are looking to do an episode down there soon. We're not sure where, but maybe Bolivar Beach Club, which has just been
breaking news.
This is actually not on any of our pages.
Yeah, because this is newer. This is
even newer. So Margaritaville, we were talking about earlier. We touched base on this at the beginning of the episode. They have just they've got a lot of plans. They have Margaritaville, Lake Conroe. They're building the Compass Hotel here in Seabrook. They're across the street. They're looking to do a restaurant, I think, on Seawall in Galveston, and then across off the island on the peninsula, Bolivar Peninsula. They actually just they didn't acquire. It's an interesting, same owners, same staff, but basically Margaritaville got involved in what we've talked about maybe once or twice, the Bolivar Beach Club, this huge 150-acre development on Bolivar. This is the nicest thing. This is the biggest thing that's hit Bolivar Island since Ike. I'm serious. But it's
right. No, you're right. You're right.
No. But this is positive.
Very impressive facility. Yeah,
dude. I mean, they are from the main road all the way to the ocean. 150 acres, huge. It was so fancy, so beautiful. They got so many things going on. There's like 200, RV slips. That Margaritaville came in, and now it's like Margaritaville Camp Bolivar or whatever it is.
Rebranding,
Like I said, I don't have this in front of me, but this is like the latest news. Actually, let me see if I can't pull something up. So, Camp Margaritaville RV Resort, Crystal Beach, Texas. And they're hiring again, and they've got the License to Chill bar, and like I said, it is the Margaritaville RV Resort now. So they're involved. So this place was already super cool. Now it's going to be even bigger. So Margaritaville is expanding their footprint. So, that's cool to see.
Nice.
What else? So I want to touch base.
Well, while we're going south, I'll jump in here and talk about a new 6-acre development. It's the Residence at Tiki Island.
Oh, yeah, of course, Tiki Island.
And Boathouse Resort.
So we actually almost had the head sales lady on the show. We were going to do an episode down there just to touch base on this amazing development on Tiki, because Tiki is like a whole cool place in itself.
So we're talking about a restaurant, boat storage, and yacht club, 70 condos from the 800s. 8
they're
villas.
high. I've seen some of these are penthouses.
Yeah. Well, and then 8 villas starting in the low mills.
Yeah, they're a lot of windows, big balconies, high floor.
This looks pretty cool. Yeah. So that's going on. Right there, Tiki Island. And when talking about Galveston, I'm just blown away by all the development in the cruise industry going on in Galveston. And
oh, dude, yeah.
I've been covering the local.
Let's touch base on that.
I've been covering the local cruise scene since 1997. Actually, I remember when the Port of Houston had the Norwegian Star, which was a very old, small boat. They had it anchored off Barber's Cut.
But that was not super long time ago, right?
I remember it was 98.
When they built that facility?
No, not that.
Okay, all right.
No, this is in Barber's Cut, not Bayport. Yeah.
Okay, got you.
So,
Fair enough.
So the
My
Port
apologies.
of Houston has always wanted to have cruise ships. This is even before Galveston had any. So they had a kind of old rundown ship called the Norwegian Star. I remember I did a series of articles for the media company startup I worked up in Houston called The Cruise from Hell. I actually interviewed the CEO of Norwegian Cruise Line. So this is in the late 90s. So, and then for many years, the Port of Houston, I remember they actually hired this heavy hitter to come in and recruit cruise liners for Norwegian, that they had so much bad press that Norwegian cruise lines pulled out. But so for many years, the Port of Houston has been trying to get cruise liners in here. And, of course, as we all know, they built a beautiful facility.
And they brought in Princess.
Yeah.
And I think Norwegian came back in.
Yeah. They actually literally had to, first of all, it's a long way and a lot of gas to go from the, even Bayport, which is closer to Galveston in the Gulf than Barber's Cut. But to go, it just, but anyway, they at about the time Galveston got their first cruise ship, Port of Houston actually subsidized the cruise line, and it's almost like they paid them to come, right?
Yeah.
I don't think they're exactly making money off it, but we had, and actually, I remember my parents, I remember my parents went on one cruise. Matter of fact, I was talking to my mom about it recently, just this actually yesterday, because they got rerouted because it was actually late. It was like maybe in October or September, but the cruise got rerouted because of a hurricane. Because we're talking about how and while we're talking about the hurricane that's hitting Florida right now, and I guess now is a good time. We actually intended to mention that from the start.
Yeah.
Us in the Waterfront Capital of Texas, we're way too familiar with hurricanes, and we just want to send all goodwill.
Yeah, our hearts are out to those guys, and I've reached out to a lot of friends and family out there.
Yeah, we both have friends and family on the Gulf Coast of Florida.
Everybody, as of 4 or 5 hours ago, that's anywhere in that longboat, Key, Tampa, Fort Myers, Orlando, that's kind of in the shit.
Yeah, Sarasota.
They were all good.
Awesome.
That I know. So I don't know. You don't know until you're on the ground. But man, I've seen the videos. I've seen some of the news. It's definitely serious business.
Yeah. Well, I think some of that area hasn't been hit in 30 years, and we all know that we kind of let our guard down, and when it's been 30 years between storms, you develop and things happen that maybe you're not ready for when
one thing I'll say about hurricanes is the national, all the people in the country and the government, regardless of politics, get behind hurricanes. There are a lot of natural disasters and national disasters and things going on in this country. But one thing about the hurricanes, it seems like you always, everybody in the country, it's not just Sarasota's hurricane, it's the country's hurricane.
Yeah.
America's getting hit with a Cat 5 storm right now.
No, there's linemen. There's linemen coming from all over the country
Cajun
heading
Navy,
that way. Yeah.
Everybody, we've got the resources, the high water vehicles, like we're doing it the best that we can, and
Yeah.
I think it's terrible, and there's over 1 million people without power. But this isn't our first rodeo, and it won't be our last, and we'll get through this, and hopefully, the damage and casualties are minimal.
Hopefully,
so.
especially loss of lives minimal.